What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video today, and it's Christmas time, finally. I got all my models, I got all my gifts, I got everything that I need for this video, and it's all on another shelf. I'm going to bring them on over here. I'm going to give you a brief rundown of what I'll be unboxing in this video. It's going to be a lot of stuff, so just hang in there with me. Hang in there with me. So, I'll bring over some of the other generic brands of models. So one of our models we will have is this guy, United Express Embraer ERJ 170. That's a 1/400 scale by Herpa Wings. And our next model will have Aero Classics DC9. This is a Trans World variant. I'm not sure what exact DC9 type it is, but there's the registration on the side. Next up is a really good model, a Sun Country 737-800. This is a great release from the November releases, so I'm pretty excited to unbox that. Now let's move on to some of the other accessories that I got. I got quite a few. I have a set of ground airport vehicles. A 6-piece set of 1 to 350 scale Torpedo bomber aircraft. And then a 6-piece set of narrow-body Jetbridges and airport adapters. And I won't be using the airport adapters. I'll just be using the Jetbridges themselves. All right, now we got some of the final models down here. I got 3 Gemini jets. Spoiler alert: none of them are broken. So thank the Lord that that's the case. Because as you know, with the last 2 Christmases, it has been quite a disaster with broken models from Gemini jets. But yes, so our next model from this list is Delta Airlines 757-200 with the Delta Flot livery. So great model again from the November releases, same as the Sun Country. And then now we have 3 Gemini jets, so hopefully there aren't 2 that are broken. First Gemini jet is this Delta 737-900. Gonna move the camera back a little bit. And we have a United 737-800 in the new livery, so I might do a comparison between this model and the NG model that I have. Only difference is that one is in the old livery. And then finally we have an Alaska Airlines Airbus A319. So that's all the models and that's all the stuff we have. Plus I have some bonus stuff to unbox at the end of the video. It's going to be really exciting, so you want to stay tuned for that. Alright, I think we're going to go ahead and get started, but we do have a couple guests as well. Aviation in Vegas is going to be joining us again, and then we also have Endor Spotter. There's Aviation in Vegas. And then we also have Endor Spotter as well, another first guest on this channel. So, say hello.
Hello.
Alright, so I think we'll go ahead and get started with the models. Yeah. Alright, first things first on this unboxing video for Christmas 2019 is a Gemini Jet set of 6-piece narrow-body Jetbridges and airport adapters in 1/400 scale. So nothing too much on the front, but if we do go to the back, it is a 2019 release. I'm surprised they still make them frequently. But yeah, no other choice but to get started. So, let's begin. I'll rip the corner off. And you get a little sticker sheet. Comes with all the little accessories. I already have one from the ground vehicles that I already took it out though, so. Alright. Peek into here. And we got a little tray. So there you go. There they all in there, and one of the airport adapters already fell out. So we're going to take them out real quick. I'll get back to you when I have them all out.
Nice.
Alright, so we got all the narrow body Jetbridges out of the box, so you can see just the traditional Jetbridges. So nothing too special here. We did the little staircase on the side that goes down to the ramp, and then you got like the wheel, so you can move the Jetbridge around the ramp, and then the little front piece that connects to the plane that allows for the boarding process to. Next up we have the airport service support vehicles, a 14-piece set I believe. This is in a slightly older release. This is a 2017, so nothing too special there. But let's open up from the top. We'll take out the tray that contains all the vehicles. So there they all are in the beautiful plastic tray. I'll take them all out here. Alright, so there's the first vehicle. Not sure what this is, but I believe this is like a conveyor belt for the baggage when you load that onto the belly of the plane. So there's the first vehicle. Second vehicle we have right here. I'm not sure what this is, not 100% sure, but here's that second vehicle I was talking about. Can you guys identify that?
That's like a loader, a crate loader.
A crate loader, alright, thank you.
Yeah.
Alright, so now we'll move on to number 3, and then I believe this is the little tug. This little yellow piece here. That's, I believe, the tug that they attach to the vehicles that will push the plane back from the gate. So there you go, there's that third piece. We'll do piece number 4, and I believe this is the tug itself, one of 2. So this one's got like the bigger tires and everything on it. Okay, next up is a fuel truck. It's kind of stuck in there though. There we go. We have the fuel truck. Nothing too special there, just a regular fuel truck that you see. 6 car, we have a air stair vehicle. Vehicle that they use to attach to the plane if there's no jet bridge available. Here's another tug. And then in here we have the catering truck. This is where all the food is and what they use to load the plane with the food. And then next piece we have the one of the 2 buses. This is the smaller variant. And then I'll pick out the larger variant here. So there's the large bus.
I think the smaller bus is a crew bus.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking, you know, this is kind of weird. Crew bus, I guess, for the small one. Yep, there you go, all the pieces just fell out there. And then finally we do have the baggage carts, and these pieces are so tiny, I swear. I'm going to drop them on the floor here, I'm going to lose them all. So there you go, there's kind of all the pieces of the baggage. So you got the carts, so that's going to be the front piece, and then you got all the other pieces. So yeah, that's all for the baggage cars. Let's move on to the next item. Alright, our next item, we have the 6-piece set of torpedo bombers in 1/350th scale. It just intrigued me when I saw this online, searching for model planes, and while it is in slightly larger scale than 1/400 obviously, I just could not pass up on this, so I decided to pick this up. So, no other choice but to rip this open. Okay. Alright. I should probably not open them that way. I should probably open them this way. Oh, this is going to be nightmare. Okay. We got one of them, and oh, feels much lighter than I was expecting. Okay. Alright, so we got the tray out, and it's kind of stuck in the packaging here. Remove that. And I'll give you an overview of each of the little torpedo planes. Alright, there we go. So we got the torpedo bombers out, set of 6 in 1/350 scale, and it feels much lighter than I was expecting. I was expecting it to be just a little more heavier than normal. But there you go, you got the front prop. Cockpit over here, and then the tail of the plane. Yeah, nothing too out of the ordinary on this. It's pretty much painted blue with some minor decals on the side. So there we go, set of 6, and I'm planning to do something a little special with these. I think I'm probably going to turn it into some sort of aerobatic team because there's 6, and I can easily make a delta formation with them, as you can probably see here. So yeah, there's the little delta formation I got set up. What do you think? What do you think of these models so far? You like them?
They're cool. Are you gonna like hang them, or?
I might just have them kind of like laid out on one of the aprons somewhere, one of the ramps. But alright, so that concludes all of our ground accessories. Let's move on to the models. And I have, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 models. So there'll be a new record for my largest unboxing in terms of models.
Pretty nice.
List, we have the Alaska Airlines Airbus A319 by Gemini Jets. And I'm doing these Gemini Jets models first because, well, if these end up being broken all of a sudden, then whatever. So there's the inside of the box, and there's a flap with all the information on it. And on the back, it's going to be a 2019 release, and I see that they changed the box art on the back side. Now they put all their socials and everything, and the Azrael's the Get stuff, and you know, it's all in different places, kind of like this. But yeah. All right, we'll just unbox this, and we'll see what happens. Okay. Put the boxes off to the side. Need a good space for them. Okay. Alright. And there we go. First model for the day out of 7. So there you go, Alaska A319. Let's start off with the left side. You got the L1 boarding door over there. Right here, you got the cockpit windows, the big Alaska billboard titles, which on this model they go over the boarding door. You got the wings, the registration, and then the Eskimo on the tail with the bright blues and the greens and the yeah, all the blues and greens on there, so looks pretty good. And I'll have these guys analyze the models near the end. I don't want to do them one at a time because they'll just get boring after a while. So we'll move on to the next models. Our next model that we have is the United Airlines Boeing 737-800 in the new livery. And like I said earlier, I might do a comparison of this model with my NG model that's in the old livery. So again, you got the flap plain on the inside, and then on the back, it is again another 2019 release with the same box art design as the Alaska. But yeah, I didn't read the item numbers, did I? I always forget that somehow. The Alaska was GJASA 1851, and then for the the United, not Delta, we haven't gotten to that one yet. It is GJUAL 1803. So we're gonna get started. Okay, we're supposed to have another guy join us, but unfortunately he did not make it. So we'll just have to go on without him. Gonna check this model. It doesn't look broken, unlike one other person that did get it broken, unfortunately. Detroit Flyer HD. He received this exact model broken, so kind of unfortunate that that happened for him, but well, at least it didn't happen to me. So United 737-800 in the new livery, and I do like the new livery. It's grown on me since it was first unveiled back in the spring. But again, you got the cockpit windows, the L1 boarding door, the huge United billboard titles, the blue engines, and then you got the split tips. So get my second 737 with these split tip winglets, and the new globe, the Evolution globe on the front, or on the tail, sorry. And then there's the registration right there. And yeah, that's about it for that model. Alright, our next model is the Delta 737-900ER, also by Gemini Jets. Again, there's the inside of the box. I haven't checked this model yet, unfortunately, so I don't know if it's broken, but hopefully it isn't. And then you got the flap with all the information on it, like usual. On the back, it is, of course, by the box art, another 2019 release. And the item number on this one is GJDAL 1807. Just gonna take it out. But yeah, this side of the box looks a little crushed, so that does concern me. Again, if it's broken, my reaction is gonna be live and not scripted. Alright. Take her out. Alright. Looking good so far. I don't see anything that looks stupid. Okay. And I think we're good. Yes, we are. Perfect. Alright, there we go. We got the Delta 737-900ER. Again, with the beautiful split-tip winglets. Go over the plane again. Cockpit, L1 boarding door, the Delta titles, which I'm sure they're going to enlarge this soon. I feel like they're overdue for a new livery. And then you have the Delta tail, the widget tail, kind of inspired by one of their old liveries that they had many, many years ago. And then you got the dark blue engines, which kind of appear black. They kind of appear almost as a black, but it's not to that extent. And then the big old Delta belly on the bottom, like you'd expect. But our next Delta model will not have a Delta belly, and you'll see why. Alright, next model, another NG model, the Delta 757-200 with the Delta Flot livery. Now this one's going to be pretty exciting too, because I love the old Delta Flot livery. It's one of my favorite aircraft liveries of the 2000s. But yeah, no, there's no flap on this one, so I can't really do anything other than show you the rounds of the box. So you got the back again with the same computer-generated image of the plane, and then the Delta logo on the side, the classic Delta logo, which I still like. I just wish that they kept it. And then there's the bottom of the box, and while I was unwrapping it, I did kind of rip the side, so I might have ruined the resale value of this box already, but you know what, I don't care. It's still the box. Let's take it out. I've checked this one as well, and it's not broken. I don't know why it would be broken in the first place, because it's NG models, and they never seem to have any broken models, so far so good. So, oops, jeez. I do like the styrofoam base that they use for the models, especially the bigger ones. I was supposed to get a FedEx 757, but unfortunately that did not come, so I don't know why, and I think somebody just disconnected. Delta 752 without the winglets, so it's already an old model. So again, they got the cockpit windows, the L1 boarding door, and the Delta titles, the very old Delta titles, and the engines. I feel like they kind of adapted the engine colors from the previous livery that they had before this, the Ron Allen livery. I feel like they adapted some of the colors from that livery and they put them on this one. And then you got the beautiful looking tail tail with the red and then the blue and then the lighter blue at the bottom, and then you got like the silver bottom on here. You can kind of see it right there. Yeah, that's about the rounds for this model. Cut on over to the next one. Alright, so next model we have on the list is the United Express Embraer ERJ-170 by Herpawings in the 1/400 scale. I did check to make sure this is in 1/400 scale, and of course it is. Alright, so here's the back of the box. You got a generic image of it taken by a plane spotter, supposedly. Is a limited edition as well, even though all these models are basically limited editions. Yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Tight box. Goodness. Ooh, that's a pretty one too. I love all the little baby planes. The baby planes are cute. Alright, so there's the Embraer ERJ-170 of United Express. I believe this is a Republic Airways example by the Romeo Whiskey in the registration. So again, cockpit windows, the L1 boarding door, the very tiny United Express titles, and the very, very big windows. The little engines, and you got the winglet, and then the United Globe, the older one. And I believe these will probably be repainted into the new livery sometime next year or the year after. But yeah, that's all we have for that one. Next model. Alright, next model we have the Sun Country, or not Sun Country, why did I say Sun Country? This is the Transworld Airlines Douglas DC-9 by Aeroclassics, and I heard a ding. Did somebody join?
Yeah, Mark joined.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah. Thanks, Gemini Jets 1975 for coming. You can go ahead and say hello right now.
Hello, everyone.
All right. Yeah, so we got him on as well finally. But yeah, we do have the Aero Classics DC-9. Beautiful looking model. I could not pass up on this one also. So there's the back of the box and the side with the registration and the barcode. Let's crack this puppy open. Can't wait to see this. I think Gemini Jets 1975 will like this one. He collects a lot of classics, so I think. Alright. It's like, where is the wrapping paper? It's like on the top. I thought it was on the bottom. Alright, there we go. So my first trans-world aircraft with the standard TWA livery, not the fake hybrid one that I have on my MD-80. Yeah, so this is a DC-9. I don't know what variant this is. This might be a -30, I think. But I'll have Gemini Jets 1975 try and confirm that. But yeah, this is the last livery that TWA had in like the early 2000s, I think. Maybe they had in the late 90s as well, but I'm not 100% sure. So cockpit windows, you got the beautiful eyebrow windows, L1 boarding door, the very long trans world titles, and then you got the little globe as well. You can barely see it. Actually, you can see it pretty well near the front of the plane, and you got the silver engines and then the TWA titles on the wings. So, are you able to confirm what variant this is, Gemini Jets 1975?
Yeah, that's a -30.
-30, okay. Alright, so -30 it is then. Next model. Alright, and our final model we have is the NG model Sun Country Boeing 737-800. I saved this best model for last because why not? It's kind of like my hometown airline, even though I'm not from Minneapolis. So yeah, there's the front of the box, and then the back of the box, kind of similar again. I got the computer-generated image of the plane. And then you have the tail design that encompasses most of the box. And I was expecting them to use more orange in the tail design, but I guess whatever. They just used the lighter blue watermark of the Sun Country logo. So, I guess we'll just open this up. You see the very bright blue on there. Alright, wrapping paper over the plane, and there it is. My first, actually not my first Sun Country because I already have a DC-10, but this is my first Sun Country model with the current livery, but not really current anymore now that they have that newer livery that they introduced called a Tide Pod 1 by some. But yeah, here's the Sun Country 737-800 cockpit window, and then the boarding door, and then you have the little yellow stamp next to the boarding door. That's actually the Cambria logo, I believe. They make like quartz surfaces for kitchen countertops, and Sun Country bought them out of bankruptcy a few years ago. So you got the Sun Country titles, and then you kind of have the watermark of the Sun Country logo right here, just kind of watermarked onto the front of the plane. And then you got the two overwing exits, and then the registration, and then you got the big bright orange S. Represents that they do fly to some sunny destinations away from the cold that is Minnesota in the winter. Alright, so that's all our models. I'm going to have our guys analyze each of these models, because why not? I'll give them a minute or so each, because I don't want to make this video super long. So I'll bring over the first model. Okay, so I brought back the Alaska A319. I'll each give you guys a minute to give your thoughts on this model. Thoughts so far? I'll have one of you guys go. Endor Spotter.
Yeah, they're pretty nice. I've never had like a Gemini Jets model, or really like a small model like that. It looks very detailed.
Yeah. Gemini Jets 1975.
Very nice model. Actually, the A319 is probably my favorite baby bus, so definitely like it.
Yeah.
It's an A320, I think.
Yeah, the only complaint, of course, I have is the oversized Neo engines that they have on the A320ceo aircraft. At least on the normal. Alright, United 737 new livery. Bring that model in. So here's the United. Your thoughts, Endor Spotter?
Nice livery. Very nice livery. Like you, the first time it came out, I didn't like it too much. So United made like a very good livery. Grew on me after a while.
Yeah.
Splits do look a bit small, but they're nice.
Yeah. Gemini Jets 1975, your thoughts?
Definitely an amazing model. I love the livery when it first came out, and I like it even more every time I see it. Can't wait to see it on the wide bodies.
Yeah. Already got a couple wide bodies that do have them. The 767, 777-300ER, and then the 787-10. So you got plenty of opportunities to see it now.
I think that's it. There are no more wide bodies they can have.
Yeah. Well, at least for now. All right. I'll bring over the Delta 737-900ER. Endor spotter. Go ahead.
That looks pretty nice as well. Oh, that's a SATCOM. Oh, that's pretty nice. Didn't see that detail, actually.
Yeah. Wait, the little top dome on right here?
Yeah.
The black line across
it?
it?
Yeah, it's called a SATCOM. It's for internet, stuff like that.
Oh, so like the Wi-Fi then. Okay.
Yes.
Alright. Gemini Jets 1975, your thoughts?
It's a Delta model, so I love it, of course. Yeah, it's, I think that's the latest 739 to be released, correct?
I think so, yeah. I don't think this batch of releases has any, but...
Or 730. Yeah, it's excellent model, definitely.
Okay. Alright. Sounds good for that model. Alright. So now we will move on to the... Alright, I'm going to bring out the United Express. I'm going to bring out the Herpa little baby model. Bring it in. You can go ahead and endorse spotter. Your thoughts on this model?
It's pretty small. Very, very cool looking.
Yeah.
It's an E170, right?
Yeah, E170.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a small plane. It's very nice.
Yep.
For the detail of how small it is.
Yeah. Gemini Jets 1975, your thoughts?
Excellent detail on such a small model. That one's a Herpa, but I know Gemini Jets puts a lot of detail, an amazing amount of detail for such small models. So, and I know Herpa's quite, very similar to Gemini Jet's quality as far as that goes. So, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Good thoughts on that model. On the little baby plane. All right, now we'll bring out the two NG models, and I'll move on to the next set of items that I'll be unboxing. So you want to stay tuned for that. Those are going to be some pretty great items to unbox. All right, brought the Delta 757 Delta Flop livery. Endor spotter. Go ahead and give out your thoughts on this model.
The delivery is pretty nice as well. 7.5 without winglets are amazing.
Yeah.
Also has a SATCOM on there, pretty nice detail. Yeah, it's pretty pretty looking. It's amazing.
Yeah. Gemini Jets 1975. Your thoughts?
Very, very nice model as well. Delta Flot's probably my third favorite Delta livery. So, but yeah, the detail NG has really, really nice detail. So definitely can't fault the model.
Yeah. So unrelated question. What's your favorite Delta livery?
The widget.
The widget. Okay, good.
Yeah, for me also like the newest one.
Yeah. Delta Flot's number one for me because I just like the colors on it. Very bright and very bluish. Alright, last but not least, the Sun Country 737-800. Final model. Endor spotter, your thoughts?
Pretty nice livery. Sun Country's like blue color is like a difficult shade of blue. Looks pretty nice. They got it right.
Yeah, I think it's pretty well duplicated on
Pretty
here.
well colored, yeah.
Yeah. Gemini Jets 1975, your thoughts?
I got one myself, and it's definitely, just because it's not tail heavy makes it a million times better than the Gemini Jets version. I absolutely cannot stand tail heavy models, so I give it, if I had 20 thumbs, I'd give it 20 thumbs up.
All right. That's some good thoughts there. All right, so that concludes all of our models. We are now going to unbox some super interesting things that you guys probably wanted to see. I'm going to go ahead and pull it all up, and I'm sure you guys might be impressed by it too, so here we go. Oops, there goes some of it. Alright, I think what we're going to do first, we're going to unbox some of the smaller items leading up to the big item. So, I'll show the big item first, and I'll unbox the smaller items. This is my new camera, a Sony FDR AX53 4K camcorder. Yes, I'm finally going to be filming in 4K starting next year, which is actually in less than a week from now, so that's the point of saying that. But yeah, I'm going to be unboxing this item last, and I'll be setting this up, and I'll do some test footage near the end of this video. But we'll be unboxing some of the smaller items leading up to the camera. And I got some of the smaller items here. I have an extra battery for the camera because you need 2 batteries to operate this camera 24/7. An SD card, 128 GB SD card for the camera. And then a shotgun microphone, even though I might not use it as much because the built-in microphone is a stereo 5.1 microphone. So we'll go ahead and get started. Other item, and that's going to be the extra battery for the Sony AX53. So this should be the correct battery model. It's the NP-FV70A. I'm at least hoping this is the correct battery type for this camera. So, and this is the stupid packaging that requires scissors. I hate this type of packaging. I'm going to be right back. I need to grab a pair of scissors. Okay. Got myself a pair of scissors, and now I can safely unbox this without cutting my fingers open. I do not want to do that. And even with this packaging, do you guys hate this packaging that comes in this plastic that you need scissors to cut open?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I thought. Yeah, I can't get this open. It's like so difficult. I'm gonna have to... Excuse me a second. Alright, we got the battery open. It took quite a bit of persuasion to cut open the plastic, so... Yeah, it's just a standard Sony branded battery. Info lithium. So just attach that to the camera, and yeah, I'll put this off to the side, and we'll unbox. I think. Oh boy. All right, one more thing to unbox before we get to the camera. We have the shotgun microphone, because why not? Don't think I'll be using it that much though. Hopefully I can just open this. Maybe do anything else. Alright, so there's the windscreen. And down here should be the microphone itself. Oh jeez, I don't know what this is. It's a little plastic piece that just came out. Okay, then on top we got the microphone itself. Underneath even more. Okay, looks like we got like an operating guide. And whatever this is, a little cloth. And then we got the microphone, and there we go. Alright. So, now we'll move on to the camera. I'll get you some good footage afterwards. Alright, here we go. So, the Sony AX53 unboxing 4K camcorder. We're going to go ahead and begin. Got nothing else to say except this is probably going to be a good camera. Hopefully it is. Oops. Alright, let's open this up. Keep the flaps open. We got some little booklets up at the top, and there goes a whole bunch of things. I'm not going to go through them because I'm on a tech channel. I just want to get the camera. Alright. Alright, we're going to do a change of setup here. Change of plans, folks. Change of plans. Alright, yeah, this unboxing's not gone to plan as well as I thought it would, but yeah, we do have the camera. Alright, we got the goodies all inside. Got the cable for the... This thing is in the way. Got the cable. This is the, I believe this is the power supply cable. So you got that. There you go. It's not going to focus as well. Micro USB to USB cable. There you go. And then we have, I believe this is an HDMI cable. And then we have the power supply itself. The big old box with the supply. And now for the big unveiling. The camera itself. Camera. If I can get this out here. Actually, one more thing. One more thing. We have the battery that always comes with the camera. As I said about this, I got a second one because, well, got to operate this camera with 2 batteries. You can't have just one battery because then you can't really use the camera. You have to charge it. You pretty much have to not use it. And now for the camera itself. Okay. And there she is. Camera all wrapped up in cloth. Pan it down even further. And she's all wrapped up in here. Beautiful. Look at that. The Sony AX53 camcorder. Yes, I finally got it. I've been waiting so long to get this beautiful camera. There she is in all her glory. The Sony AX53. If I can get it to focus, because this camera does not know how to focus on anything right now. Alright, there we go. So there's the camera itself. I'll just plug in the battery here on the back. I'll get one of the batteries. I don't know where the charger is though. I'll have to figure that out. Use the Stream Deck. Open up my YouTube. Look at that right there. Give me the 600 before the end of the year. And down over here is my camera. And then over here is my new computer. So yeah, that's about all I got for you. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe. And have a happy new year, I guess.